Hello, it's me. I feel seem a bit hyper tonight just because it's been a very long day. Minimal amount of caffeine and I've just been out for a drink, so excellent. What do you think of sculpt? This is sculpture, wooden sculpture that's in my room. FutureCAD have booked this room for me. I've got some teaching I'm doing tomorrow. I've got to teach the FutureCAD staff. 3 different companies. I'd look it up, but it's in the bag. They're all these 3 film companies in Sweden. On each of them on site, it's going to be a long day. That's Friday. Tomorrow's a half day. Saturday I come back. I think the pronunciation is right. Skvord University. Today it was the first hour was a live stream, but unfortunately, I was having some massive problems with the driver for the Cintiq. And it kept losing pressure sensitivity and doing crazy shit. So eventually I used to give up the sculpt because it was pointless, right? Nobody's going to learn shit from that. And I couldn't reboot the machine until the stream stopped. But luckily the rest of the day went fine. And they videoed the whole thing. So at some point I put it up. But somebody may have noticed that I was on the 2nd of December awarded the first ever Mudbox Autodesk Master Award. First time that a Master's Award has ever been given out for digital sculpting. Sobering moment, and honestly I didn't actually think I'd get it. What was more surprising was when Autodesk told me, it's in the middle of Facebook if anyone wants to check this, because some bugger will, that apparently it was a landslide, which really fucking surprised me, I've got to admit. Completely surprised. So what does it mean? What do you get for the Master Award? How much money do you get? That's what you want to know, innit? Right, you get a leather jacket and, well, actually just a leather jacket, right? And I've been told the leather jacket's arms are too short usually. It'll be the only Mudbox leather jacket in the world, but you don't get anything apart from that, right? You get the title and the jacket. That's it. Incidentally. So what am I going to do? Well, to me it adds an extra zero on what I get paid. It makes it easier to get into companies and, you know, talk to the people who hire and fire. It means, as far as I'm concerned, I said this in the thank you speech, which by the way they asked for. I know it didn't come across like that when they said it. I didn't ask to do it, they asked me. I was in the middle of a big crunch with the stuff with Danny John Jules and blood, and the last thing I needed was to be doing a bloody thank you video. But, you know, to be honest, the least I can do. I just don't want people to think that I was begging to do a bloody thank you video, because I wasn't, honest. And it did sort of come across as a bit of an ego trip the way they presented it. I don't think Sean meant it to come across like that, but that's what it is for what it's worth. So, yeah, today's been a heavy day. I flew in last night, arrived at 10 o'clock. By the time I got to Marcus's flat where I was staying last night, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. By the time I actually got a chance to lie on the bed, it was 3 AM. Significantly after that, by the time I went to sleep, up at 6. At the event for 9:20. Swedish television wanted an interview, which is, I don't know whether anybody will ever say it, but if I can find a link, or I know it's online somewhere, I haven't seen it myself yet. It's the most bizarre interview you've ever seen in your life, that's all I'll say. It's just very surreal. Then there was a live stream, and then the rest of the day, which went up to 5, and then there was, they wanted my opinion on the course for next year, the syllabus for next year. So I'll advise them to the best of my ability as to what would fit the industry itself. From my knowledge and experience of the industry, at the fucking sharp end, going to these nice big companies. No doubt the Americans will have a whinge. I don't get to go to America because a lot of the old companies are bloody cheapskates, right? I'm half joking, but actually there's a lot of firms have asked, and then the bosses clamped down on it because it costs a lot of money to fly somebody from Europe and put them up in a hotel and stuff like that. Some of them just think, well, why don't we just ask them to do a video, which is what a lot of them do. But anyway, so tonight I've been out having a drink with Daniel Piero from, I think it's Piero from FutureCAD here in Sweden. We're the biggest reseller, you know, in the area. And now I'm going to have myself a bit of a rest. There's no internet in the hotel, or rather there is, but it's paid internet. I have a card over there that gives me 6 hours internet, but I've got to use it at the right time. If I use it at the wrong time, but I don't have any backing internet. You know, I don't want to really use it late at night, because then I'll only get a couple of hours. You know, getting picked up at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning and doing an afternoon, and then the rest of the night and days now. Sweden's a nice place, I like it. I like Sweden, I get used to Sweden. Very flat, it's bloody cold. Gothenburg and Skvod were not as cold as back where I live. However, Stockholm is a lot colder. I have no t-shirt on here, right? Because in sort of Skvod it was nice and warm. And it is fucking naughty. Like, Italy, just terrible. When I was on my way over, I forgot my MP3 player. 2 days of sorting out a brand new playlist for the planes. Right, so I've got a 3-plane jump on the way back. So I thought, well, I've got to do something on these flights because I just go a bit crazy, you know, just sitting there. So I bought Terry Pratchett book, Unseen Academicals, which I am at the moment on a trip here, 162 pages in. I always like to take my time with the Pratchett stuff because it's sort of special to me. When I was homeless, it was, you know, I used to go to the local library and that's what kept me sane, Terry Pratchett, right? So it's got this sort of a close place in my heart to be serious for a moment. So I like to take my time, I don't rush through them and stuff. And I've got no idea when this camera to cut off. Well, I'll try and do my best to do a few videos as I usually do when I'm away. I haven't done the Waynecast lately because I had a sort of stomach bug and was throwing my insides up all the time. And I wasn't much fun to be around, let alone actually recording. I just realised I could see myself over in the mirror over there. Oh, there's a delay. That's strange. Yeah. This room's lovely. Best room I've ever been in. I'll try and do this shot. No doubt I'll do another one from this hotel room. I might do something outside, but it's too fucking cold. And you'll see more of them. It's lovely. It's got a grandfather clock over here. There's all these big giant wooden beam things. You can see this shape here. There's another 3 of these along there. It goes right way along. Fucking excellent run. No bar in the hotel, which should be illegal. And this also means I can't get pissed, which is probably a plus point. So I'm going to get going now, and I'll see you in the next video. And take care of yourselves. And if you voted for me, thank you. If you didn't, well, get better next time. Simple as that. It's all next year. However, I'm first. No.